have a party, and get stuff done. That sounds like a multitasking woman's dream day come true. Well, a popular Christmas get-together allows you to do just that. We're telling you all the tips today for throwing a great gift wrapping party with your best girlfriend. Studio 5 party contributor Celeste Whitney is on deck with the idea. Here's my first question. Is this a party that you host? And if so, my second question is, why haven't I been invited?
It's a fairly new tradition for me, but I am super sad that there's been so many years I didn't do it.
So set up the concept.
It's a new tradition.
Set up the concept.
Okay, so just like you said, it's a party, but it's like after hours in your pajamas when your kids are asleep. And so you don't have to get a babysitter, you don't have to plan a huge thing, you don't have to decorate because your house is already festive. It's a very low scale, but then you're getting stuff done.
Girlfriends come, everybody brings their gift piles, their gift sacks, and you go to town. So it's like any good party, you did start with an invitation.
Yes.
We have a shot of that. Explain your design concept.
Okay, so this is not a ton of detail because it's not meant to be printed and passed out because that would be yet another chore. So this is one where I'm just download it and text it to your friends or email with all of your customized description below.
I love it. Are you setting up a supply station? What's your actual setup on the ground?
Yes, so me personally, I like to ask if they bring 1 or 2 rolls of paper and some tape, but I like to supply a lot of the other stuff too. So you just kind of have like a bunch of stuff and then tell them to come in their pajamas. I like to serve us something to sip and something to snack.
So back to the station really fast. You're providing gift wrap, ribbon, some embellishments, kind of the fun stuff, and then you do have extra tape and scissors on hand, just in case.
I have a ton of stuff on hand, but you know, they can contribute a little bit.
All right, the food. Go to the food then. What do you serve?
Okay, so something to sip, something to snack. Make sure it's not some homemade appetizers and hors d'oeuvres. This is like store-bought chips and salsa.
Okay.
And you can ask them to bring candy too. I mean, they can. But we're just nothing too fancy.
Are you doing hostess gifts? I feel silly asking because you're keeping it so simple for us, which we're grateful for.
You know what? I love to use like reusable tags. Like, please don't use those stickers anymore. So your name's not going to change.
Hit a button or what?
Yes, maybe the styles change, but your name doesn't. So just make some cute tags. So I think to give a little set, I have some cute ones. I have them scattered everywhere. I got them from a place called Decomod.
Okay.
Online. I think it's Shop Decomod, and they have tons of cute little wooden ones.
Yeah. So these can be your takeaway favor.
So I am doing that, but you don't have to. But I think it's fun.
Fun concept. You've set up the details. Now we want to get into the actual details of the party plan, which is to wrap. You've got some darling inspiration. Can we start with the snowman?
Yes. Okay. So it can get pricey. So there's white art paper or butcher paper, which is it's like 900 square feet or whatever. It's like way more than a normal wrapping paper.
Yes, daughter of a teacher. I know that.
So this is really fun because it's cost effective, but what kid doesn't want to come down Christmas Eve and see like friends, snowmen, inside their living room?
Are you kidding?
Greeting them. Is that the funnest thing?
And I feel like going back to the girlfriend party and the girlfriend vibe, you'd get way more creative. You'd be bouncing ideas off of each other, and you just have giggles galore creating those as a girlfriend group.
It was so fun for me, and I was like, couldn't this have been after my party because I'm having one this year? Anyways, so yes, there's the snowmen. You can stack them. You can use real hats and real gloves if you want. You could stack 5 high with the hats, or you can just stack 2. There's even a little guy down there that's just sitting.
So cute.
With just 2. Anyways, okay.
Does there have to be gifts inside? Because I think those could just stand alone.
Well, no, they don't have to.
They could just be like a little friend.
It can even just be one, and there's like
porch.
1 gift for each kid there.
There
so
you
you can
go.
still have a bunch under your tree.
There you go. Is this fabric you've used?
Yes. Okay, so I'm like a recycler, and I order a lot on Amazon. So I just wanted to do something with the boxes. So I got just a regular shipping box. And I wrapped this around. This is fabric. It was like on sale. I folded it at the bottom like I did a gift. So it's the same steps as a gift, and I hot glued it to the box.
Genius.
But then on this end, I just left a lot of extra so I could tie it. I didn't like want to hot glue it down or whatever, so that you can reuse it every year.
I love it.
Is that the funnest thing?
Speaking of reusable wrapping, it's sitting on this Santa sack, and these are kind of a thing, these sacks.
Everyone sort of needs a Santa sack. Like, I have a friend that her daughter is really uncomfortable with the thought of Santa coming into her house because it's like someone she doesn't know. So Santa delivers everything to their porch. Is that funny?
Yes, that works out.
Or like at parties, sometimes Santa will drop off a pouch, and or you don't want to wrap everything, so it just comes in the Santa bag. So I do have a little technique to make that exact Santa bag, but it's too big to show, so I brought this little, like, baby blanket. Okay. You don't cut anything.
Genius, love it.
At all. It just starts out the rectangle or the square.
Okay.
And you fold the corners together.
And this could be any square of fabric.
Any square, any rectangle. I just bought a blanket on clearance. So once you folded the corners, you just sew up one side about 2/3 of the way.
Okay.
Because this is going to dangle open, and that's where we put the gifts.
Okay.
And then you do it to each of the 4 corners.
Easy
so now I
peasy.
fold this one. Yep. And then you just tie it with some rope.
And
at
it
the top.
gathers.
Yep. Gathers at the top. I did some like metal embellishments, but you can leave it as so.
I just want to pet it. Softest Santa sack ever.
Right. So onto these bags. My 7-year-old daughter sewed this one.
What?
So her first time using a sewing machine. So I know there's a lot of voices that are saying, I don't sew. I just think you do. You just don't know that yet.
You do sew. You're just not aware that you do.
Because if she can do it, anyone can. Just because if you have to use a bag for a stuffed animal or something bizarre size, please don't use the bags from the dollar store. Use the fabric one that you can reuse every year.
I love it. You've taught us this trick in months past, and it's one that I use, every time I wrap a present, and that is you don't have to wrap the whole box.
I timed myself. Oh. Wrapping every single thing on here, and it was 25 minutes, including embellishments.
Stop it.
Because I don't use traditional wrapping
You just do one band around the center.
So all these boxes I bought in a 5-pack.
Okay.
Or a couple of different ones like this for $2.50. So like that's cheaper than any bags.
Right.
And you can use them, and then you just throw one ribbon, one slap of paper. It just cut it, you're not folding it on the sides, you're not using a ton of tape.
Even the ribbon doesn't go all the way around.
Even the ribbon doesn't.
Because it doesn't need to.
Right.
Right?
I just think the people who are intimidated of wrapping, they're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
There's just too many easy ways.
Celeste is helping us do it right. What do you like for embellishments? What are you reaching for cute toppers?
So, of course, all the greenery from the craft store. And let me just show you. You have to make sure that it's the type that pops off. Let's do this. So that it pops off, and you're not using wire cutters. Otherwise, that's a pain.
Nice.
And we're not trying to make a pain.
I didn't even know it pops off.
One of my very favorite things is real greenery. I just got this from a plant in my yard that's like dying anywaes.
Well, if it wasn't dying before, it's about to die now.
It's beautiful. It lasts like a week. And this is just for the embellishment.
Yes.
Right before you give something. But it doesn't have to be green. It doesn't have to be expensive. This is free.
See, again, I think it's the type of inspiration and creativity that would just flow if you have girlfriends together. So,
right.
Fun concept. Celeste, thank you so much.